What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Real. Welcome to RealiTEA. Today, I have for you some reality, and that is Mary Mary, season 4, episode 1. For those of you who are especially new to this channel, I hope you paid attention to the warning, because I do mean that. And on this channel, I could be nothing but real, nothing but myself, and it is open season for any and everyone. It's open season for me too. So, like I said, the comment box down below, and I'm pretty sure some of y'all gonna light me up. But I'm going to give it to you. Okay? And since this is spilling all the tea, of course, come on now. Y'all know I have to have some tea with me now. It wouldn't be my channel if I didn't. It is vape one good time, and we're about to get into this review, y'all. Now, I know that I've been promising this for a while. Y'all have to excuse me. Like I said, I'm having problems with, my voice right now. Not sick or anything. But, I saw the first episode, and then and there was so much that I missed. So I went back and I watched all of season 3. That's why I'm late with these reviews. I wanted to make sure that before I had to go in on anybody, that I knew what the hell I was talking about. I ain't want to be one of those, I'm going to just start right here, and there was so much that happened before that I didn't know about. So, this episode, season premiere, pretty much picks off exactly where the last episode left off. Because in the last episode, Erica and Tina had not seen each other. Tina is telling Erica how, Teddy proposed, all that good jazz. And all of a sudden, I think either knocking or ringing at the door. Who really cares? But who's at the door? Mitch. And they fired his ass. Oh, yeah, and if y'all didn't know, I will be cussing up in this motherfucker. So if y'all don't really like all that, I'm real talk. Dislike, X, on to the next one. But he's at the door. And this is at Erica's house, if I didn't already say that. And Erica is some types of pissed. And I would be too. Because, a little bit of the backstory is, manager for, I believe, like 2.5 years. He did good things. But, there are a lot of agreements that did not go through. If you watched the last season, you saw there were a lot of people that had been trying to get in contact with him for bookings and gigs and to take them to the next level. And he never once called them back, or he just fell through. And some of those opportunities probably could have propelled Mary Mary to a higher platform. So, they letting they feeling. Well, more or less, Erica is in her feelings about this. And, it was bad blood between them last season. And they let him go, which I didn't disagree with, especially, I'm not going to talk about that part yet. Hopefully I remember when I talk about Warren. But Tina is all smiles, happy, joy land, because everything's fixed, and she goes and hugs Mitch. Now, Mitch is thrown off because normally I'm fighting with Tina, and Erica just like, the fuck is you doing? Like, that's the look she's giving. But he asked, can I come in? Here's where I'm going to stop right quick. I'm one of those where I cut ties with you. Point blank, the period. Okay? I will forgive you for what you do to me. And then when I am done, I will release you and I will give you to Elohim. I will give you to him. I will let him deal with you. Because at that point, I ain't got time for it. Because I'm trying to move on to that next thing. I got things I got to do. I'm going to leave you in my rearview mirror. Okay? Because that rearview mirror is small, exactly what you are. And, my future is that big old windshield. I'm moving towards that. I'm leaving you back there. And I'm pulling out my Tanakh, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read from Ecclesiastes for you guys. And I'm going to do 3 and 1 all the way up to 8. Because I really want y'all to get what I'm about to say. And hopefully y'all catch it. And if y'all know the verses already, y'all know where I'm about to go with this. But for everything, there is a season. There is a time for everything under the heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to be uprooted. I'm sorry, a time to uproot the planted. A time to kill, a time to heal, a time to wreck, a time to build, a time to weep, a time to laugh, a time to wail, a time to dance, a time to gather stones, a time to a time to scatter stones, a time to gather stones, a time to embrace, a time to shun embraces, a time to seek, a time to lose, a time to keep, a time to discard, a time to rend, a time to mend, a time to be silent, a time to speak, a time to love, a time to hate, a time for war, and a time for peace. For everything there is a season. I'm going to say this. When they let him go, that was the season. They in a brand new season. This is Yarrell. This is T Spilling right here, because I cut you off. And the fact he was like, "Can I come in?" I probably wouldn't. I don't know how I would have reacted in the moment, because it would have been a no. It would have been a hell to the motherfucking no, or it would have been no. We're gonna talk out here. Cause I'm gonna say this. Again, regardless of how y'all feel about me on this platform, just when I say I have God deep down inside of me, whenever somebody comes into my dwelling place, they always mention how it's warm, how it's cozy, how they feel, just a certain aura in here. Because that is the presence of God that is in my dang on dwelling place. And I'm one of those where, again, I believe in demons and spirits. Now, I'm Jewish, but I believe in all the good jazz now. And I believe that, some people not have a spirit, aka a demon. And I'm one of those where if you got it on you, you not coming past that threshold. Not period. It ain't happening. Okay, if we just we're gonna talk on the opposite side, because you're not gonna bring that filth into my house, into my home, into my dwelling place, into the place where I worship the Most High. You're not gonna do it. But Erica does. I'll give it to her. Now, Erica mentions before she lets him in how she's mad because he sued her in particular, tried to steal her publishing, and then put it on TMZ. I'm sorry, that would have been all the reason for you not to come to my damn house. Because last time I checked, for those of y'all who believe in him, which is probably most of y'all watching this video, a certain something or someone or entity, the devil, last time I checked, he comes to what? Steal, kill, and destroy? Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying. So try to speed this train up a little bit for y'all. So invite him in. They want an apology, but Mike doesn't feel that. Mitchell does not feel that he should offer them an apology because their brand has become bigger since he's had them. The Grammys, #1 albums, what does he have to apologize for? And it's like, okay. And I see what he's doing here, trying to plead a case, but not really having a case to plead. Because no matter the good, and I've learned this, you can do all the good in the world, but it's always that one nail that is not nailed down that's going to stick out. But from what I see, there were many nails outside of those good. And, it was Erica that said a lot of things were promised that never happened. And, Erica even said she sent a text to him trying to mend everything, but the next call she gets is from his lawyers. Now, Mitch flips it. And he pretty much says to them, forget, and he said this shit with attitude too. He was like, forgive me that it took me almost a year to feel as if I could look at you, stab, be in the same room with you and breathe. I would have, here's the thing. As I told y'all, he would not have already been let into my house, but right there, you can get smooth the fuck out of my damn house. Right quick. Right now. Okay. Not to mention, damn it, I can't say that right now because that's in the next part. I keep wanting to say it, but I'm waiting to the next part, y'all. Now, Tina, she's in this whole state of forgiveness and, love and everything. No tea, no shade. And she pretty much says that if she would, she felt betrayed, because he even said he felt betrayed. But she was like, I felt betrayed, had the biggest betrayal, this, that, and third, woo, wop, woo. I have been able to forgive my husband. So if I can extend this to him, it will be hypocritical of me to not extend that to everybody else. Yes, y'all. Y'all can forgive. Last time I checked, ain't nothing about forgetting. Like, but you know what? I'm gonna leave that alone. But last time I checked, he forgets. I'm just saying, because history will repeat itself, and sometimes you go through a test for a testimony. But sometimes you'll get, a pop quiz to see if you truly learned the lesson that you're supposed to learn from the test that you already then conquered. Just saying, I know about it. So Mitch says that he wants no more negativity or PRBS. I don't believe him. But here's what got me. Mitch says in his confession, it isn't over. I'm going to see Tina again. Erica will have to accept to see right there. Right there. And again, I'm going to say this. This is where they messed up at. Yes, I'm going to call him, for a lack of better words, he is the devil for them. He is going to plague him. That it's one of those things where if the cancer is gone and you have healed, why would you bring that cancer back in? Here's me again. If we want to talk about it, we can talk about it now. Here's how I feel. I'm one of those where I have a life that I live. If you are not contributing and if you are not going to help me build what I have, if you're not going to build me up mentally, if you're not going to build me up emotionally, if you're not going to build me up spiritually, even financially, educationally, all them other elites. But the main three, if you're not going to build me up, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, if you're not going to do that, I don't want you close to me. Okay? Anyone that knows me will tell you, and I know y'all going to hate me for this too, it is what it is. I have cut family off. They're still family. I talk to them. If they call me, I will answer. If they need something from me, I will help them because we are still blood. We are still flesh. But I'm not kicking not kicking with you, none of that. None of that. We ain't doing none of that. Because it's one of those things where it's just like the drama that y'all have is not the drama that I need. I have enough drama, have enough pain, have enough misery to last me. I don't need any add-ons. So if you're not building me up, you can sit there and be over there and spectate, but you're not going to be in the circle. That's how I am. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. Okay. So Erica tells Warren that he was in the house. And Warren pretty much says to her, if you love your husband, you would do everything to keep him away from me, because I shall hurt him. Now, the reason that he's saying all this is not just because of that, but again, he has blatantly disrespected not just Erica, but Tina. Because Warren even told him last season, dude, I don't yell at my wife. I will not allow her father, rest in peace, her father, well, their father, Erica and Tina, but I will not let her father yell at him. So I'm not going to let a random yell at her. Made that perfectly clear to him, like, you did it once, don't do it again. Please don't do it again. You know what I'm saying? So that's how he feels. It's like, okay, you already disrespected my wife. Now you come into my home, my sacred place, my dwelling place, and you come in with the BS. I was feeling him. I ain't gonna lie. So we have a clip of Teddy's car and how Tina destroyed it. I'm sitting here like, child, she was probably bumping, that what's her name? Jasper Sullivan messed with some Carrie Underwood. I bust the windows out your car. Maybe next time he'll think before he cheats. She was bumping at him. I tell y'all, when people go through motions, they either gonna play a song that's gonna snap them out of that emotion, or play one that's gonna intensify that emotion. She might have played one that intensified. I don't know. So let me see where we at. Tina and Teddy meet with their pastor, and Tina said something that I really love that she said, because I've said this, and she said she doesn't want to downplay what Teddy did, but she pretty much acknowledges what she did to push him to the point of infidelity. And and it's one of those things where it's like, there are going to be some times where, somebody cheats just because they want to cheat. But more often than not, when something happens in a relationship, there is a cause, there is an effect. When something happens, there's always going to be something that you contribute for someone to do something else. Now, granted, what you did may be minuscule, but you contributed something. But it's important to realize what it is that you contributed. Because even if that relationship falls apart, if you don't realize what you contributed to the demise or even to the downfall, whatever you want to call it, of your present relationship, that will follow you into your next relationship. Something for everybody to think about. And it's not sitting here saying accept blame where you don't need it, but just understand that if somebody does this, you have to think, okay, well, what did you do that could have potentially pushed that person? Y'all may not agree, but I agree with her with what she was saying. And she even said during the struggles, she wrote down prayers and confessionals, trying to convince herself that she wasn't crazy. And eventually she wrote a book on deliverance, her deliverance. And even from that, just music was just like pouring out of her. And she pretty much wants to do a combined effort of releasing not only a book, but also an album. So the album will be a soundtrack to the book. I'm like, okay, feeling that. So now Tina is getting ready for a solo concert with Kirk Franklin, and she sees that things are rough because she has no manager and also a lower budget than what she's used to with Mary. Now Erica and Tina meet up, and Tina pretty much feels, since Mary is on hiatus, why are we still accruing expenses? And that's one of the things where, she truly feels that way. Now, yeah, I don't even know if I really put it in here, but there's a separate time where Erica is with Gugu, and pretty much, hold on, wait, did I even put that in there? Nope, I'm not going to talk about that. Sorry, you guys. So Tina and Teddy, they're talking about, their plans for their wedding. And, Tina pretty much says that she doesn't want to do her project on My Block because they don't do books, just music. So Erica meets with Warren and she wants him to pretty much call the band and try to get them to lower the rate because, again, she doesn't have that Mary money. She got Erica Campbell money. And, he pretty much tells her, like, you're going to have to do this because you knew about this for so long and this is your mess. You need to put your big girl panties on to fix it. I'm paraphrasing. So she texts them like, hey, would you guys be willing to just accept a reduced pay for this? Not to say that she wasn't paying them, just not going to pay them the full amount that they're used to. We'll see how that plays out. So Tina meets with Warren and pretty much tells him, this project I want to do, but it's not going to be with My Block. And he feels some kind of way. Erica walks in. Erica feels some kind of way. Erica's trying to drop knowledge on her, like, look, it's not what you think it is. I know I did it, but there's some struggles, and for what it's worth, Tina's really not trying to hear it. So Warren explains that the distribution is Sony. Well, their distributor, is Sony, and Mary is signed to My Block, in addition to Erica and Tina individually being signed to My Block, and how this could potentially blow up and be just a big catastrophe. So Warren meets with Sony, and they pretty much tell him they don't agree with Tina going solo the way she wants to, but what they recommend is Mary puts out now, because I think it's been like almost 4 years. And then, because like I said, you have Erica's success. Bring back Mary. Okay, that's going to, really heighten what Mary does. And then off that success, go ahead and drop her project. That it makes more sense. And it would actually help in terms of business and sales. Which, honestly, I do agree. Now, I do see where Erica's coming from. Like, she's feeling some kind of way. Let me go ahead and put it into this project. But, I don't know. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. So, to combine everything, it all pretty much ends with, Erica has no management. So there was the band scare because, they weren't answering calls. She shows up to the venue. They're there. But, then there's no sound. So she sees that with no manager, there was something that fell through the cracks, and it's the sound person. And she's very much in her feelings about that. And you guys, that is pretty much the episode. So, with that being said, I know I still got some tea left, so I'm going to save this for the next, review. Like I said, I'm still going to take a little sip on that, but I'm going to say this for the next one. But that is my review for Mary Mary Season 4, Episode 1. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Like I said, if you like this, share with a friend. And y'all know I always spill the tea, so y'all can catch it. Again, bring whatever it is that you want to catch the tea in now. And thank you all so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. I love you all. And until next time, peace.